Hello everybody, I'm Ed from Big Ed's Lore. Today I will be giving you some important information on what the black goo from Prometheus and Alien Covenant is, and why you should probably avoid it. If you like this video and you find its content useful or entertaining, then please leave a like and subscribe for more. In the beginning, there were the engineers, a powerful race that had long since advanced to the staggering point where they could create life, and it was decided that seeding life was a good and noble goal, and to that end they set about seeding many worlds with life. Like most things in this universe, nothing is 100% certain, and on some worlds, the seeded life failed miserably, and on other worlds, like our little blue-green pearl in space, life thrived and developed into intelligent and curious beings. It was this curiosity and a quest for immortality that led the Prometheus expedition in 2093 to the planet of LV-223. It was here that the black goo, or as it's technically called, Chemical A0-3959X.91-15, was first encountered. It was this encounter that led the android, David, to break his programming and start his quest to make the perfect life form. We would come to know this as the Xenomorph. Chemical A0-3959X.91-15, or as it's commonly called, the black goo, was an extremely potent and virulent mutagenic pathogen. It was composed of millions of small microorganisms, which it's believed may have had artificial intelligence. It's believed by many that the engineers created the black goo to act as a planet-scouring weapon. There's plenty of speculation as to the reasoning behind such a weapon's creation, but there is a theory that the engineers may have entered into a civil war, and the engineer we saw in Prometheus was in fact from the military sect. It's believed he was stationed there, potentially as a guard or potentially as a pilot given his skill with the navigational system. Unfortunately, the facility was breached by the black goo escaping millennia prior to the arrival of the expedition on LV-223. The reasoning behind an attack on Earth is unknown, but it's possible the military engineers saw the destruction of the life that the scientific engineers, potentially the other sect they were battling, had created. Would have been a demoralizing act and a very easy victory. The extremely potent and virulent nature of the mutagenic pathogen would force the host to begin to mutate and change. This was very clearly shown when several members of the Prometheus expedition were exposed to small amounts of the black goo and changed dramatically, becoming extremely violent and in the end had to be put down by their fellow crewmates. In Alien Covenant, the black goo was released on Planet 4 by David using the ship's pathogen ampules. It's speculated that David may have tried to alter the pathogen on his trip to Planet 4, but it is equally possible that he couldn't, and simply released the black goo as he knew of its potential to destroy the population and the planet. There is a possibility that the black goo was reverse engineered from a life-spreading chemical of a similar nature, given we see a young engineer sacrifice himself by drinking a substance that looks remarkably similar to the black goo. This was in order to break his own body down and spread his DNA throughout water and seed life on a primordial planet Earth. If this theory is true, then it does lend credence to the engineer civil war. It would also explain why the military engineers would have altered the life-giving substance or goo and turn it into the black goo, as it will only target non-botanical life forms, and as most intelligent life forms on pretty much any world is non-botanical, animal in nature to be more exact, it would be an easy target for that, and given the potential importance that the scientific or life-giving engineers would have placed on such life, an easy target for moral victory. In regards to David's quest, I believe he may have found a way to translate the engineer's language more thoroughly than he did in Prometheus, and he would have learned how to manipulate the pathogen into creating the mutations we see in the film. I believe it was this information that allowed him to set himself, and unfortunately drag the Covenant crew with him, on a bloody and tragic path to create the perfect organism. Who knows, perhaps we will see in the next Alien film, Alien Awakening. Although, to be fair, from what I understand, that film may have in fact been cancelled. So, we may never know. Perhaps there'll be expanded universe media, books, comics, or even a video game touching on these subjects. But until then, thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you liked this video and found it entertaining or it gave you some informational value, then please leave a like and subscribe for more Aliens Universe lore. Thank you and goodbye.